Hey, do y'all want to buy a house in South Carolina near the lake, but you're afraid of alligators? I'm here to talk to you about that. I live on a lake myself, and I want to try to calm a lot of people's thoughts on this. I get calls all the time where people want to live on the lake, but the first question out their mouth is, "Do y'all got alligators?" Well, yeah, we do. We're the South. It's fresh water. We're going to have alligators. And then they ask, is there a lot of them? Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of stuff to eat too. Not you, but there's stuff to eat. They don't care to eat you. They want to eat other stuff. And then they ask, are they big? Yeah, there's big ones too. In fact, I think last year we had one that was like 14 foot. That's massive, 14 foot. That's longer than most people's boats. They aren't, but what I want to talk to you about is that I was afraid too whenever I got onto the lake. Me and my wife both thought about it. We were afraid to put our toes in. We had kayaks and a boat, and we were afraid to get too close. After a little while, it don't take long to learn that they ain't gonna mess with you. As long as you don't mess with them, they ain't gonna touch you. Now, I'm telling you right now, don't go acting all silly like some of these people do and try to get all close to them and start poking them. That's silly. You don't be suing me because I say they ain't dangerous. If you put your hand near their mouth, they gonna bite it. Don't get your boat up next to it and go poke it and stuff. That's stuff tourists do. We don't do that. We respect them, they respect us. And you have to live like that. But after a while, you get to loving them. Me and my wife first moved to the lake. We thought that the gators were gonna start coming up to us and messing with us and everything. I actually got to where I started wanting to see how close I could get my kayak to an alligator, and I learned that they would swim away. Or sometimes they'd splash their tail. If I got really close, they'd get frustrated with me, they'd splash their tail and take off. And then you can watch the bubbles like go across the water for another 500 yards. Sometimes I'd chase them. I shouldn't. Don't follow in my footsteps. I'm stupid. But I started off being scared and realizing that God just did not put humans on the menu. Maybe we don't taste good. Maybe I ain't built like something they want to eat. But no matter what, they're probably not going to mess with you. We had one attack last year, I think, in Moultrie, but that was like the first time in 50 years, and it was quite circumstantial if you go and read that story. So I wouldn't worry about it too much, and know that DNR, the Department of Natural Resources, will come and take care of. Please forgive me if I've got the wrong governmental agency that's going to help, but if you have a gator that's hanging out by your dock and he's of a certain size, 8, 10 foot plus, and he's lost his fear of man, don't worry. You give DNR a call and they will come and relocate him, is what I've been told by everybody, and I don't have any type of problem. In fact, me and my wife have a little cove lot, so we'll go sit out on our dock sometimes and just sip the coffee, and we see the gators come in from like 200 yards away. They will literally like see us and go, whoop, nope, I ain't going in there. Them scary humans, and turn around and just swim back out. We laugh at it all the time. They don't want to mess with us. As long as you don't mess with them, they ain't going to mess with you. Now, come May, we worry about it a little bit during May. It's the breeding season. Now, when it's breeding season, we may not be on the menu. They see us a little bit more of a competition. You start coming up in there where you're seeing 5 or 6 gators in one area. Well, guess what? You just walked up in the bar, they up in the club, they getting it going down, right? Leave. Get out of there. I ain't saying they're going to chase you, but what happens is that they tend to just like stay, they hold their ground. They hold their spot. They ain't going to move because you bring your boat up in there. It has happened in those times that people mess with them. They will sometimes act or respond back. So when it's around breeding season and they're acting a little bit more different, stay away from them. But otherwise, after a while, you're going to start loving them. They're going to be just as fun to watch as turtles and your ducks and geese and everything else that's out in the water. They're actually fun. You actually get to where you want to see them. And you can get fairly close, be safe, to have a really good look. I mean, they are neat looking things. Prehistoric creatures. They're really neat. So I just wanted to stop and let y'all know, don't fear alligators. After a while, you'll actually love that they're here. They're part of South Carolina. This is what we're about. We're the low country. You're going to see all kinds of wildlife. A lot of y'all moving from up north or from some big city. You're snowbirds. You're coming down. You want a little piece of the South. You want some nature. That's part of it. You're going to see deer swimming across the lake. You're going to see an alligator swimming across the lake. That's the parts that you're going to love. So don't let that scare you away from owning a fantastic place on the lakes, on Lake Moultrie or Lake Marion. The gators are not going to be any type of a bother to you. Now, I will tell you, let me finish with this, is that if you got little dogs that are hanging out by the water, you might want to just go and look and make sure there ain't no eyeballs sticking up or something, because gators can cause problems for pets. It's not often, but that's what is on the menu, is little animals, not you. If you'll avoid certain types of circumstances, and I don't mean staying away from the lake altogether, because we still go to the beach even though there's sharks. But so it's the same way with the lake, is that you avoid them, they're going to avoid you. They're more afraid of you than you are of them. And I know that's hard to believe right now, but come on down, have a look, tour around the lake. It's part of it's part of what you're going to love about the Low Country. I'm Ryan Dyal, and I hope that helped you out. Look, gators really ain't that dangerous. Not really, since they ain't been that dangerous since Tim Tebow left. I can't say that. That's going to upset so many Florida Gator fans. Are they going to eat me? There's some videos out there of people touching them on the nose, and that's just stupid, okay? That's not what we do here. We'll fish around them, we'll do whatever. We like to look at them, but you go playing with them like that and you going to get bit. So just don't walk over there and stick your hand in his mouth. He ain't going to mess with you. You understand?